So, hello, this is Mariusz Mądrzak and Tips on Violin Playing. And today I'll talk about number 5 again, Etude Kreutzer, but also about the left hand, because I found out that I haven't really talked about the position of the left hand that much. So, the left hand, of course, is as important as right hand, but the action of the left hand is more, I think, more passive, because in a way we just have to, press the finger on the fingerboard and shorten the string. And the more you shorten the string, the closer, to the bridge, the higher the sound is. So, in a way, this is like very active way, of making a sound, different colors and everything. Here it's more or less about the intonation, the vibrato, and like keeping the pitch, the high or lower. So in a way, of course, but also has a tendency, and then how you actually you hold the bow, and how you hold the fingerboard and the neck of the violin, how you then that's also makes you a good violinist or a bad one. So I think for me, holding a violin here again goes into a bit about like the evolution. We are, our ancestors were monkeys, and then they were kind of holding on the trees, and so this is a little bit like a tree. You are kind of falling on the tree. I mean, not falling on, but kind of holding a tree and on a branch, and then swinging it. So in a way, you need to feel comfortable here that you are making the whole hand is participating. Even if you play one finger, the whole hand is participating in that. It's also about the gravitation, it releases the tension, minimum movement, and releasing the energy from your hand. So the passive, the way of the hand, especially when you play number 5, the fingers, they have to be really round, like round, and hitting the string really at the tip of the finger of the fingers. So the thumb should be really easy put, and no squeezing anything, very very light, and very important to also put this little the first finger a bit backwards. Like a little bit like this. So this is the position of the hand, not like this, also not like this. So the hand should be very comfortable but kind of round, and sometimes actually helps also to relax the wrist in a way, a little bit like here on the right hand. So you drop it a little bit, but not all the time. It depends. It has to be flexible. Like also flexible your elbow, the wrist, all the fingers. And kind of all the time feeling that you are where you're going. So in a way also the left hand should be slightly before right hand, like that was Professor Zachar Braun was saying, that the left hand should be before the right, because in a way, if you put the bow, it's good that your fingers already on the string. So and also it's good to think about the fingers a little bit like on the guitar, that they should not go like this, like a pianistic like one finger on the string, but more kind of like in a gang, like more, the more you put on the fingerboard, the better. Like the more fingers you put, it's better. So in a way, it's when you go, you have to feel like you're putting them together, but slightly left hand before the right hand. So this is the basics about the the left hand. Also, the biggest difficulty on the violin, I think, is the intonation. The pitch, because it changes. It depends if you're playing a double notes, or you play chords, or you play let's say diatonic single notes. the intonation changes. So like the position of the of the finger changes. So in a way, it's all the time you're looking for some so the fingers, they have to be also flexible, like in this direction, and in this direction. Those three directions, they have to be flexible, and then in a combination of those three. So they need to be truly independent, because when you put it too much pressure on a fingerboard, you cannot really move the finger, and that what happens very often, because people get stressed and they want to play fast and strong, and then in a way they miss this flexibility and the intimate touch of the violin. So I think that's I have covered a little bit of that. The intonation is like this temperate intonation, like on a keyboard, on a piano. We don't have this here. So in a way, when you play, let's say, three flats, B flat, E flat, and A flat in this fifth etude, the flats, they actually sound better when they are really close. They are closer. And B flat lower. So G, you have to check with the G, open G. That was Stanisław Heiser was telling me all the time, like so. And Alec Fox, listen to the reverbs of the sound. So anyway, intonation is something else that I like to talk. But this marcato, when you're working on the marcato on the fifth etude, of course you have to think about how to make it, but also the intonation. All the time, listen to what you do, and judge if it's too high, too low, or it's okay. So this is something that it needs to be talked over and over. And the last thing, but not the least, it's about also the position of the left hand. It's very useful to know this Gimignani grip. Was it Gimignani? Gimignani was a great violinist and composer in the 18th century in Italy. Our forefathers of all violin school of playing. So it's like F here. In this fourth. You see, and then you have a shape of the hand that is really, really useful. So also, when you talk about the left hand, in a way, everything should be towards the fourth finger, so that the fourth finger, the position of the elbow, kind of put like the position of the hand not towards the first finger, because it's always easy to put it down, but towards the fourth finger. What also helped me a lot was Ivan Galamian in his book, the pictures of the shape of the hand, and also of the fingers, how they were shaped, in different positions. So this is really something that we need to pay attention all the time and correct it if it's too flat or too shallow or too narrow. There's so many different positions of the left hand that they are wrong, and only a few are good. So I hope I have touched few things that I'm going to talk about maybe more in detail later. So thank you very much. Be well and stay wherever you are, and I hope you enjoyed this little masterclass on violin.